Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. Now today we're going to take a look at Last Chaos, and this is a free-to-play 3D fantasy MMORPG. So let's get started. As you can see, they've got 6 different servers, and under each server you've got some different types of channels. You've got PvP, you've got Raid, you've got non-PvP, and Newbie. So let's jump into one here, and we're going to jump into PvP. I have already started a couple of characters, kind of get my feet wet as far as the game is concerned, but let's go ahead and take a look at the character creation process. As you can see, you have no race or actual gender selection. All the classes are gender locked, so we're going to run through each of those. You've got the Titan, you've got the Knight, you've got the Healer, you've got a Mage, you've got a Rogue, a Sorcerer, the Night Shadow. So basically with each of these you do have a couple of different appearance options, not too much, but let's go ahead and pick one that's kind of going to be kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and go with the Sorcerer. Let's go ahead and name our character, and let's see how many appearance options we actually have. So it looks like we've got 5, so not a ton. You can see it's kind of blown out a little bit. Looks like maybe we got to adjust our gamma or something, but kind of almost like a wood elf type. Or it actually says high elf sorcerers draw upon the 4 elements to summon nature spirits or elementals to aid them. So it almost looks like we might get a pet or something like that. And it does have a little section here where it looks like you can adjust things, but nothing there is adjustable. So we've got our name, we've got our character class, and we've got kind of our appearance set. So let's get started. So okay, there we go. We've got our character selected, and we're going to jump right in. Now, right as soon as we jump in, we do have the option, as you can see here, for the tutorial. I highly suggest you run through this. It really only takes a few minutes. We're going to run through it real quick. You want to play the tutorial, confirm. Just to take a look at a few things. Right now we've got the Fire Swing, which is our first kind of skill. We could see here's where all of our skills will sit, especially once we pick them up. The game not only has general, but it also has some passive skills. It also has these specials, which essentially are kind of your gathering or your crafting skills. And then you've got this voucher stuff. You've got your action and social, which is your standard action and social type stuff. And then you've got your party and guild, so you can basically jump into parties, leave parties, and also talking about your guild stuff right there. You can assign these all to your hotkeys. We do have a couple things here talking about different events that the game has, which is always kind of cool to see the games have these events. One thing about Last Chaos, it is a little bit older game. You can see here some of the graphics look a little bit dated. I have turned the game up to 1920 by 1200. One thing I can tell you is I am running into a little bit of a glitch that essentially I have to reset my resolution every time I jump into the game. So that kind of sucks. I did look a little bit on their forums, and right now there isn't a fix for that. But jumping in, taking a few seconds just to adjust my resolution when I am in my character select area. If you are having that problem, what you do is you select your resolution, uncheck full screen, so you're actually getting your resolution in the windowed mode. Then after you've had the adjustment complete itself, go back in and do the adjustment again, check full screen, and you'll be able to get past that. So you can see you've got a couple of different events like I was saying here, and this one essentially is like this treasure box that you can get from this NPC at different level intervals. But let's run through and start. The game jumped you in this tutorial. You can see you're getting talking about being able to move around with point and click, and also with the WAS and D keys. Now when you're moving around, you can't adjust your camera. You have to go ahead and do that only when you're standing still. Let's go ahead and use our skill here. Let's see if we can use our skill. There it is. There's our flame swing. Now what's really nice about this area is the first time through, everything is really pretty easy, so it's just a matter of kind of just slaughtering our way through it real quick. And you can take and right now assigned to pick up is F2, so I can just pick all this stuff up. And you can see, like I said, when you're not moving around, you can adjust your camera. So we've got a little quest here that's popped up. Let's see if we can open it. There we go, speak with Noel, so let's accept that. And that's one of the quests that we'll go ahead and we'll be doing as soon as we get out of this little area. But we can get out of here pretty quick. We can actually run right by these guys, and you can see they're not hitting me very hard. The object of this little area is just to get through, take a bunch of these guys out. You can kind of continue fighting them and kind of take them out all at once or kind of one at a time. But the main point of this little area is just to get to this just to get to this dragon if I can get by. There we go. We get by those guys, get onto him, and start beating on him, take him out real quick. We can use the mouse wheel to zoom out and be able to see things at a little bit of a distance. And you can see right there we've completed the tutorial quest, and we go ahead and we can take the rest of these guys out if we want. But we're going to go ahead and confirm and get out of here. As you can see, real basic, real quick. As soon as you get out here, you are in a little additional tutorial area. You're not jumped right into the city or anything like that. And you can see I can confirm through a bunch of hotkeys that the game's talking about, like hitting M to bring up your map, but we'll talk about the map in a second. T to bring up your character info. I to bring up your equipment, and you can see here in our equipment, you can see here's all the stuff that we have equipped right now, and we did get a little bit better chest armor, so we'll double click that, and it'll get equipped to our character. And you can see right there we've got some gold coins that we've collected. The game also does start you with a little experience bonus item. We're going to go ahead and double click and use that, and also a skill gain, because as you take out monsters you get not only experience, but you also get skill points. So we can go ahead and close that out. You can see here you've got titles under J. You can change those and stuff like that. Let's confirm through that. Need to talk to another player, hit the enter key, and there we go. We've completed all that. So let's head over here and get the quest. Now, one thing I can tell you is you can see right now I am getting some pathing errors, and I have noticed a bunch of those. And so unfortunately it looks like we're getting more than we really want, and I can't actually move anywhere. So let's take and let's see if we can do this. Let's see, do we have our scroll yet? We don't. Oh yes we do. Nope, that's a resurrection scroll. So unfortunately I can't actually get to this guy who's going to assign this quest. I'm stuck, and there's no jump or anything like that. So I'm not sure if there's some secret formula to getting out of this, getting out of being stuck in this position, but unfortunately I can't move around. So I'm gonna have to pause, and I'm gonna pause the video real quick and restart and start it back up when I get through this. So there we go, we're back in the game, and we were able to get past our little sticking point there. So let's accept this quest. Now one thing I can tell you, you can see we've got our different quests here. You can click on them and see what the rewards are and see what basic things they want you to do. We need to head over to this guy Noel who's down here, and it looks like I'm actually stuck again. Unbelievable. So of course, while I'm trying to show you guys this, I'm going to keep getting stuck. So, and there's our events again. So hang tight, I'm going to try restarting this again, and hopefully this won't happen one more time. Alright, so let's try this again. Let's roll our guy out, and there we go. It looks like we're going to be able to move around just fine. So you can see there you've got some deer and foxes and little foxes and stuff to hunt right out of the gate. One thing that I really do like is as the game gets you started very early on, it jumps right into basically right into a few quests that are fighting quests. So it's kind of nice. So you get right into the game and right into actually the battle portion of it, where some games, they have a tendency to kind of do the these quests where they want to introduce you to all the different people in the town and all those different things. I like this, being able to jump right in and getting some fighting done. So we're going to get our first monster mercenary card for trainees. Let's confirm that. And he has one more quest that we could turn in, and then we'll take a look at that card we just got so that we turn that in, and we're already level 4. So the game does have a really nice and quick level curve. It doesn't hurt. We also have these buffs here that give us some additional experience, doubling up our experience and doubling up our skill. So we're going to go ahead and hunt 5 deers, but let's bring out our little buddy here. So there we go. So there's our first little pet that we have. And you can see there it is right there. We're going to go ahead and take out these deers. Shouldn't take us too long. One thing that's kind of nice is you could basically just use you can use tab to click around and just use these skills real quick, and a lot of these things will go down right now with one hit, because they're basically just starter monsters or starter things that they want you to be able to kill rather quickly. One more of these and we're done with the quest. So there we go, and you can see our little pets details are right here. Bloody white tree spirit. So let's go ahead and turn this in, and there we go, confirm. And we got a bunch of experience. You can see that little icon going, or that little graphic going on there. So now we need to take out, I believe if I remember correctly, it's some foxes. But let's bring up our hunt the little foxes. So let's take out some little foxes here real quick. Shouldn't take too long. Now, one thing I can tell you is there are, like I said there in the beginning, there are several different servers, and some of the servers are more populous than others. Now, I found that on some of the servers you'll run into just tons and tons of people starting new characters in this area, but you can see right now in this server, I'm actually showing that there's no other players running around right now. So... but it's kind of nice when they are running around, there's no limit to who can actually pick up the loot that drops. So you can sit there and a lot of different people will, they don't really care about it because they're either alt characters or they have a buddy who got them into the game, and so they're getting plenty of gold from those guys. So for people that are just starting that don't have all that stuff, you can take and you can go ahead and you can just pick up all that stuff that they drop. See, like I'm not even picking up anything, so if you were somebody else, you could be picking up all these things. Now, one thing that's really nice about the map, as you can see here, we're going to zoom in on this area that we're in. This is the guy Noel that we were just talking to, and they do denote where your quest givers are and your quests turn in by either Q or an A. Q is somebody that has a quest for you. A is somebody that you want to turn in your quest to. So we're going to go talk to Farmer Jack. Like I said before, there are some pathing issues, so if I wanted to talk to him, I've just got to move around this little thing that I'm getting stuck on here. So let's get over here and talk to him. Let's close out the map real quick, and there we go. So we're going to turn that in, and then he has another quest for us. I believe he wants us, there we go, he wants us to take out some foxes. So let's see if we can get through that pretty quick. You can see the animals that I'm taking out are already changing color because they're getting much easier for me to actually take out. Even though I was one-hitting them before, even more so now, which is pretty funny because I was getting, I can only imagine how much experience I'd be getting, seeing that I'm getting 3, and that's doubled experience. So, pretty funny there. So I think we've got one more of these guys to take out, and there we go. Now, one thing I can tell you is once you get into town, there's going to be a lot of people selling different stuff and things like that. It's always great to see what items you can afford to upgrade your gear as fast as possible. So that's one thing that's really nice is you'll see players that are actually very helpful to other players in the game, especially since the game is actually very much. It's kind of there's a lot of quests, but there's also a bunch of grinding that goes on. I wouldn't say that it's grind focused, but you will notice that right now I'm taking out 5 of these at a time. Sometimes it will get up to 10, 15, especially once you get into town. There's just tons and tons of quests once you actually get into the town area. And once you're in there, that's when you first get there, that's when you kind of do a lot of those run quests. But like I said, the game does start you out with these hunting quests, kind of get you an idea and used to the combat. So there we go. We're going to head back to Jonathan and finish up these quests out here. But going to the PvP, the PvP is really kind of unique to the game, whereas they have just large-scale siege battles on, sieges on castles and stuff like that. And then you have earning different reputations, or you've got your reputation here, and as you do, you can kind of move yourself in the way of like a hero or kind of the way of kind of a villain, so to say. So let's pick up this quest. We've got the Juno NPC, so we're going to go ahead and close that out, and then we've got one more, and let's go ahead and confirm, and there we go. Turn in that quest. Does he have one more for us? He doesn't. But the game actually gives you different quests at different times down here in this bottom right hand corner, so you want to go ahead and check these out. Those are a couple of the events. We're going to go ahead and pick up a couple of quests, go to southeast side of Randall Castle. So let's go ahead and hit accept to that, and then let's hit talk to the Master Sorcerer so we can pick up our new skills, and then a letter to the Grand Sorcerer. Alright, so we're going to get all those. But like I was saying, you earn a reputation, and essentially by taking out kind of more of you'll see there'll be kind of red PCs. When you take those guys out, you actually will earn good, kind of a good reputation. So the PvP is really unique to this game. There's a few other games that do kind of similar things, but this one, the large scale battles, is one that really takes things to the next level. Also, you can see here, because I am already level 10, that went really fast, you've got stat points. You get 1 per level. We're going to go ahead and drop some into intelligence so we can get some more mana, and we're going to drop some additional ones into strength, and there we go. So we're good there, but let's head off and let's go ahead and use our little scroll here, scroll of recall. That'll take us to the town, and then that way we can run around real quick, take a look at upgrading skills and a few other pieces that go on inside of the town and different NPCs that we can talk to. So you can see we've got our nice little animation, and boom, we're already there. And you can see we bring up our map, and already there's Lorraine, there's the Master Sorcerer, there's Captain Leon. So let's head actually south. We need to head over to the, actually let's head over here real quick, turn in this quest to Lorraine, because I believe she gives us a couple more that we want to talk to our sorcerer. So there we go. Confirm. Oh, no, maybe not. I thought she did, but maybe it's the other way around. We go down here and we get some more quests to turn into her. There's also, you can see this little dungeon keeper over here, Randall. You can go talk to that person and basically go into kind of a dungeon that you can run through, and they get harder based upon your level and stuff like that. And then there are ranks based upon completing it really fast and stuff like that. So kind of some cool little stuff there. The game does have instance dungeons and things of that nature. Let's go ahead and show off the skills. So as you can see here, we've got a couple different skills that are available to us. We've got the Fire Swing, which we already have, and it takes a certain amount of skill points to upgrade. So right now we have 28 skill points. We can do Fire Swing. We can also summon an Earth Elemental, get our first pet. We can summon a Fire Elemental, so we can have a couple different options. A Fire Wall. We've got the Wind Cutter, and then not until 15 are we able to summon the Water Elemental. And then we look at our passives. So we've got the Cursed Soul, permanently increased magical attack, and then you've got this one which you can't even access until you do the summon Earth Elemental. So we'll go over here, we're going to go ahead and learn that skill. Confirm, excuse me. We'll learn that one also. So those ones are just one level, and then we can go ahead and empower them. So we're going to learn that, confirm, and you can see that's level 1. It's a level 1 of 5. So we're going to go ahead and learn both of those. Let's confirm. And let's see, let's actually increase our Cursed Soul a little bit, confirm, and we've got 17 points to go, and then let's do that, and let's do Firewall. So that ought to be pretty fun to play with. Using a Firewall, deals damage up to 7 adjacent opponents. It's always good to get as many skills and stuff like that you can that will actually do area of effect, especially in a game like this when you can get a lot of different monsters around you really quickly and be able to run around and take those guys out. So let's go ahead and run over to the dungeon master, or the whatever that dungeon, what was it again? Dungeon Keeper of Randall, and take a look at what they have to offer real quick. You can see another queue popped up here, Merchant Gary's, so we can run up there and get that quest. We also had Randall Knight's Drill Master Vernon had a quest for us, but we can pick this one up here. And you can see, you can look at some different things. The Gate of Dimension, you can see that. Click to the rank, so you can see this person failed. You can look at based on different classes, so you can see success and stuff like that. You can see it's kind of running over a little bit. Looks like they need to resize a few things based upon the adjustment of screen resolution and stuff like that. But we can go ahead and pick up the quest. You can see it's really worthwhile if you could pull it off, because 10,000 gold, you get a Moonstone, you get a lot of experience and some SP. So we're going to go ahead and accept that and jump in there. Now, I guarantee you right now that I'm going to die in here. Actually, maybe I can try bringing out my my Earth Elemental. Let's go ahead and bring him out and see if he helps at all. That's put him in F12. So let's bring him out and see if he can help me make it through this little dungeon. We can see it's a quick run. We've got to take out all of the different monsters that are going to be in this hallway, and then we open that door and the Balrog is behind it. But let's equip some of these other skills that we have. We've got Fire Swing, but you know what we're going to need? We're definitely going to need to put these healing potions in place. So we'll go ahead and drop them right there, and let's bring up our mana potion so we go ahead and use that real quick. So here we go. Let's see if we can. Some of these guys are going to jump out of the ground. Some of them are going to jump out of the walls. See if we can take this guy out. And as you can see, they're no longer going down with just one swing. So it'll probably help to have this firewall available too. Let's go ahead and drop that right there, and let's go ahead and use that. See if that does exactly what we expected it to do. Taking out a bunch of these different guys. It looks like our it actually is very helpful to have that firewall, but it also looks like our Earth Elemental is already down. So we need to go ahead and use one of those healing potions. And unfortunately, the healing potions are not instant, so you've got to make sure that you've got enough time to survive to be able to get the potion's full effect, especially since I don't have that many hit points. Let's see if we can bring out another one of these earth elementals to help me out. Go ahead and use firewall again, take all these guys out. So that firewall is definitely very handy. Let's use another potion, and let's see if we can see how far we can make it into this little dungeon here. See if we can use some of our other skills to take this guy out. It doesn't look like this earth spirit is doing too much. Let's actually bring out of our other guy here. Where is he at? That little pixie spirit. Nope, you cannot summon a mercenary, so we can only have one out at a time. We can't bring out two. That kind of stinks. Let's see. Let's have him put him on attack first, not on protect. So there we go. So now he's actually doing some damage for me, and taking out some of these monsters that are beating on me a little bit. All right. So it looks like we may have found our way into this last room, as long as there's not some other NPCs or monsters out here, should I say. Oh, there we go. One more. Let's see if we can take him out. Unfortunately, as you can see right there, it does get a little bit quirky when you do have a pet, because they kind of get in the way a little bit. So there we go. And you can see right there, we got 951 experience and 2,230 skill experience. So there we go. Now this is going to get really hectic. I'll tell you that right now. I have done this before. These guys just start coming out of the woodwork. So let's see if we can take them out as fast as possible. See if we can keep taking these guys down, swinging away, get a bunch of them surrounded around me, and definitely use the firewall. It's definitely helpful to have anything you can that's area of effect. See if we can use it again. Oh, I actually died before I could actually use them. So now you can use one of your resurrection scrolls or confirm and just head out of here. I'm going to go ahead and use it and resurrect at the place of death. Try and get away from these guys a little bit, and use some of my scrolls to bring my health up a little bit. And see, now I've got just tons of these guys around me. See if I can get that off and do some damage, and actually see if I can get away from them, kite them a little bit, wait till my firewall is up and running again. And there we go. We took them all out. Now where's this Balrog? Let's see here. We've got just tons and tons of gold and a moonstone box and all kinds of stuff to pick up. But it's definitely helpful to pick all this stuff up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it and move on to the next room. Hopefully we can move on. There we go. And see if we can't find this guy. Now this is just, I don't know how big this actual area is. Let's see if we can get through it before we run out of time here. Because we're way past my normal time, but I do want to show you guys a little bit more and see if we can complete this dungeon. Oh, that didn't help too much. So let's see. We're going to probably have a bunch of guys that we have to kill in here. So, but I am going to call it. You guys get the basic idea of what's going on here. Maybe I'll do another video later on that just shows this a run through this dungeon and stuff like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. And if you would like to play or learn more about Last Chaos, you can read our full review at mmoden.com or just click the link in the description. Till next time, thanks for watching.